What is up, Dokkan player? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Blaze. Today we are back with another Dokkan battle video. Today, before we start the video, hopefully you guys are having a very good day today. So today, no real gameplay here. Today I want to make a very interesting video. As you guys know, Super Battle, the daily Super Battle is ending in a couple of hours here. So I did want to take this time here, since I believe everyone's done the stages here, to basically give my experience, give a ranking to the 10 new stages on Super Battle for Global. Of course, this has been out on JP for quite a while, but Global just got it last week. So, I mean, I do want to reflect on Super Battle because, again, it is going to be going away, where it's only be available on the weekends. Now, it is quite unfortunate that this event is not every single day. I don't see any reason why it should not be, but now it's going to be only available on the weekends here. So, now there's one thing I do want to note here is that this is not an official list. This is just my ranking. I mean, Super Battle does depend on what type of units you have in your box here, because the more units you have, the better, the easier it is for you to complete these runs here. So, I mean, you could find one category harder than the other, and again, it's only because it depends what you have in your box here. So again, this is not an official list, this is my list, but I just want to see everyone's experience to see if you guys match up with me here. So, of course, we have here the 10 new stages here. So we have your youth category, Time Travelers, Super Saiyan, Wicked Bloodline, Movie Heroes, Universe 6, Universe 7, Final Trump Card, Goku's family, and Vegeta'S family. So, I mean, these are the 10 new stages, alright, and basically, instead of making them 1 to 10, I decided to make it from S to D. The reason why is because, again, it all depends what you have in your box here. So, for example, you actually might find Youth very difficult compared to, let's say, Final Trump Card. Just because you have more units in Final Trump Card. Actually, no, did I say that right? Yeah, sorry. You actually might have every card for Final Trump Card, but you have, like, no use for Youth category. So, again, it all depends what you have in your box here. But with my experience, I feel like with the general idea, I mean, it all depends what you have in your box here again, right? So, first things first, I did kind of put this in order here, because I do feel kind of comfortable with this ranking here. So, we're going to start with the youth category. So, the youth category, as you guys can see here, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 enemies in total. The first stage, you only have 2 enemies, and then stage 2 and 3, you have 3 enemies. Now, Youth isn't that difficult. I would definitely put Youth as probably the first one here as easiest. So of course, D is going to be the easiest, second easiest, then medium, hard, and then super hard, right? So I would put Youth as like tier D, just because even though the Youth category isn't that big, I will say that these enemies don't hit that hard, right? Especially with items. Now, I did do this with items here. It was actually pretty kind of easy, I want to say. And also the youth category, you could use a free-to-play team to do it here. So, I mean, let's actually look at the category here. So the youth category, I mean, it's not that big, but you have very good options, right? So this is the team here as TURs plus the LRs here. So of course you have your Goku and you have here the Gotenks. Now if you don't have them, you can definitely use the Great Saiyan Man, or you can use here LR Goku and Bulma if you beat the other Super Battle stages. And of course you have this Goten, and Goten is like whatever. But again, you do have your very good options here. You have LRB Pan, who's fantastic. She's like one of like the best LRs in this game here. The more I use her, the more I really like her. So definitely do not sleep on LRB Pan. You do have LR Goku and Raleigh, who are very good. And again, you do have very good free-to-play players here as well here. So I mean, even if you're not a pay-to-play player, you still have some very good options. Like even for example, you have Gotenks here, who's very good. You also have here this Gohan. He's not the greatest, but he's still a very good option. You have this unit here, the Great Saiyan Man 3? Oh, 4. Great Saiyan Man 4. Again, he's a very good ally for youth category because he did give defense plus 30% and attack plus 30%. So, I mean, really, youth isn't that difficult. Plus, the enemies don't hit that hard. Super attacks does do a decent amount of damage, but if you are using items, you can definitely get the rundown with free-to-play characters. So, youth, in my opinion, is probably the easiest one out of the whole bunch here. But again, it all depends what you have in your box here. So for the next category, we have your Time Travelers. Time Travelers, I without a doubt would probably put it easier than youth category, but again, it all depends what you have in your box. You are facing a lot of enemies here, but again, they do not hit very hard. So I would put the Time Travelers right here next to youth in the D category, because even if you do not, I mean, if you've been like playing Dokkan recently, right, you guys will know that the crossover units are just completely disgusting, right? Like Super Saiyan 4 Vegito with what's his face here? Yeah, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito is just a complete monster. Broly, holy, like Broly, you put him in the second slot because he just get defense after he super attacks. He just completely destroys the field here, right? So again, really good. I know the homie Gacha Talk said like the crossover units are only good for Dokkan offense, which is like really, in my opinion, I feel like it's very wrong, but you know, it is what it is. The crossover units just basically cream pie the crap out of this event here. And even if you don't have the crossover units, you still have Cell here. So I did do another video just in case players did not, you know, summon on the crossover or the Dragon Ball Heroes banner, right? You can still use basically a full Cell team and completely destroy the event. Like Cell is just so disgusting. Like Cell, when he first came out, like people, like I was one of them as well, but he made me eat my words because when Super Battle came out and his levelings came out, listen, he's just a complete monster. Like his passive is attack and defense plus 80%, raise defense but up to 80%. Sorry, up to 80%. The more HP remaining, the greater defense boost. But plus additional key plus 1 attack plus 20% per existing enemy. That is insanely disgusting. Plus he does get a full HP recovery when your HP is below 30%. So listen, you run a full Android team with Cell here, or basically a full Cell team, you like easily know how to run the event here. So Time Travelers, again, it's just really easy. This is actually one of the stages I would recommend if you're trying to do like the event 20 times. Time Travelers, you will completely blow through it very easily, especially if you have the Time Travelers. I mean, sorry, the crossover units here. Now, I did actually, my fastest time, I believe, with Time Travelers is like 6 minutes. So, listen, Time Travelers is a complete joke. Even though you have a lot of enemies, I would say Time Travelers is definitely like one of the easiest ones for sure. So, yeah, I would definitely put Time Travelers here. So now we have here Super Saiyan. So Super Saiyan, if we actually go to Super Saiyans, this is where it kind of gets funky, right? So Super Saiyans has a lot of free-to-play options, okay? The enemies here, there are about 8 enemies as well here, right? But again, these units don't hit very hard. Like, if we compare these units compared to like the Goku's family or the Vegeta's family, listen, Goku and Vegeta, they hit so goddamn hard. Even with an item, it makes like 0 sense. Like, it feels like Extreme Super Battle, if I'm being honest. So Super Saiyan, like you do have a lot of enemies, but I mean they're not that tough, right? So if we even look at the category, right, Super Saiyan has actually quite a lot of free to play units that are very good. You also have LRs as well here. So I mean, you can run, if you have LR Goku and Vegeta from the Worldwide Celebration, listen, this is like a complete joke to you. This event is not even funny no more. Even this LR Bomku is also very good. He does seal lower attack. He is a complete monster. Like, just having these two LRs, you could already win the game, because again, they just do so much damage. Also, the 3th anniversary LR Goku and Vegeta are very tanky as well. So even if you use an item, they will still tank very well. And they do, if you have auto links activated at level 10, they do like 4 million damage. So that's really good. You do have free-to-play Vegeta. Again, he's pretty good. You have free-to-play Trunks. Again, really good options. Broly, I mean, Broly, he can clear the field as well. And yeah, again, there's still a lot of free-to-play options which are very good. This Gohan is good. I won't say he's decent just because he does have a medium chance of stun, but he's also a support type unit. Of course, you have Vegito here, but another free-to-play character you have here is the exchange Goku and Gohan from the Android Cell Saga. So these guys are very good. Again, he does buff the Goku's family, but he also lowers attack of the enemy, which I believe is going to be, oops, actually go Extreme Awaken. I believe it's by 30%, right? Yeah, lowers attack by, oh sorry, 20% for 3 turns. So I mean, that's still very good because he also raised defense as well. So definitely do not sleep on his character here. Super Saiyan, definitely, I mean, you can probably, if you have every unit here, you could even probably say it's easier than Youth category, if I'm being honest, or even Time Travelers. But you know, if you are a free-to-play player, then listen, you got options, my boys. So another great option is this Gotenks, right? Like Gotenks, he's very good, especially with his EZA. He has a high chance of stunning the enemy. He creates Rainbow Key Spheres. He's a nuker. He raises attack and defense, or defense, I believe, on his super attack here. Yeah, he raises attack and defense for 1 turn. That's a 50%, by the way, because it's greatly raised attack and defense. So that's 50% attack and defense raise. So yeah, Gotenks, very good. You can definitely do this with no items. I mean, another great free-to-play character is going to be here. Gohan. High School Gohan. What a freaking monster, man. I can't believe he's a World Tournament's reward. But I mean, if you have this guy Rainbow, listen, this unit will carry you very, very far. So yeah, Super Saiyans, you definitely have enough to make a free-to-play team here. What else do you have here? Another great option as well is going to be this Goku here. This Goku, he could stun. So again, very, very good. He has a 70% chance to stun as well. So I mean, yeah, Super Saiyans, I would say, is pretty easy. So I would put this as a tier D in Super Battle Road. Because again, the options, the list, it's just really, really out there. So, I mean, you don't have that many enemies. But again, Cooler is not like... Probably Cooler is like your biggest threat. But again, if you have the LR Goku and Vegeta, the Worldwide Celebration, you will completely smoke this event here. So, Super Saiyans, I would definitely put it as a tier D. So now let's move on to another category. So next one I have here is Wicked Bloodline. So Wicked Bloodline is actually pretty easy, but now this is where it becomes basically you need to spend your Dragon Stones, right? Like all these three teams here, you have some very good options and very good free-to-play options. But Wicked Bloodline is very specific because it's not that big of a category. So Wicked Bloodline, if I can find it here, we have sorry, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 enemies in total. So Wicked Bloodline is not that difficult, but I mean, again, all depends what you have in your box here. So Wicked Bloodline have some very good free-to-play options. You have, of course, this godlike freaking free-to-play Frieza, right? You also have LR King Cole and Frieza, which is not bad. You also have LR, well, he's not easy yet, right? The LR Frieza, but this LR Cooler, Metal Cooler is very, very good. This Cooler, AGL Cooler is very, very good as well here. So, I mean, you have options, right? But obviously, if you run with like Cooler, more like Dokkan Fest units here, I mean, the event would be super, super easy. Frieza, Tech Golden Frieza is very good, very good. Now, we just got this Angel Golden Frieza, but you could, I mean, Angel Golden Frieza is really, really good as well. So, you can definitely, like, this event's not that difficult. Another good free-to-play option you have here is actually going to be this Full Power Frieza, the second form, because he has a AoE. Plus, he has big bad bosses as well. So, if you've been level linking him, he hits pretty hard. He hits around, like, probably 2 million. But again, he's an AoE, so that's really, really good for category Super Battle Road. So, again, the enemies are not super hard, I want to say, just because, again, Wicked Bloodline, like, your biggest threat is probably going to be Goku. King Vegeta doesn't hit that hard. Like, King Vegeta and Goku's family hits insanely hard. Like, these two are, like, two different King Vegetas, right? So, I mean, I would say Wicked Bloodline, I mean, if you have the units, I would say it's probably going to be a C, right? If you have the units here. I mean, you could probably put it as a D as well. It's not that difficult, but I mean, again, all depends what you have in your boxer. So I would comfortably put, like, borderline C for Wicked Bloodline as in terms of difficulty, because it's actually not that hard. But, again, all really depends what you have in your box here. So, again, very good team builds, very good options. So next one that we have here is actually Movie Heroes. So Movie Heroes, I actually used to have this next to Final Trump card, but I will say that Movie Heroes is going to be probably in between B and C, because the thing is you have Jocko. Jocko is a complete hack, right? So Movie Heroes, the thing about Movie Heroes, right, is you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be another 5, so that's 10. You have 14 enemies, so that's 14 super attacks you do have to worry about. So Movie Heroes, I actually put this as a B and not a C. The thing is that Movie Heroes, you have some very good options as well. You have very good free-to-play options. You have here the Jacket, Goku, and Vegeta. You have LR, Goku, and Arale. You have LR, Great Saiyan 1 and 2. Who else you have free-to-play here? That's pretty good. Anyone AGL? I mean, you have Gohan, but he's okay. Who else do you have here? I will say, anyone's free-to-play? Okay, that's about it. Am I missing anyone? No, I'm not. Okay. So I will say that this is probably a B here. Now, again, you do have to worry about multiple super attacks, because this is probably the stage with the most enemies here, if I can look very quickly here. Oops. Yeah, this is the stage with the most enemies for sure. So, Movie Heroes, again, you have a lot of enemies, but again, it's not that bad, right? So, Movie Heroes, I mean, with Jocko, I mean, everyone has Jocko. There's no way you don't have Jocko if you play Dokkan. Jocko is a complete hack here. So, Jocko, if you guys don't know what he does, he has a guaranteed stun for 1 turn the moment he's on turn here, but it's only activated once. But that 1 stun changes the game entirely, right? So Jocko is a complete hack for this game, so this is why I put him in tier B. I would put him in like tier A or C, but I mean Jocko again is just really strong. The movie heroes I want to say is like a better version of Fusions, like Fusions 2.0, just because their defense is much better than Fusions, right? And the thing is about movie heroes, sorry, is that even though their defense is good, they're still kind of weak, kind of soft, just because most of these units here, they have to super attack first before they start tanking decently. Like this LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, his defense is really good, but he does need to super attack first. So again, that's like the only problem. Very good units that will make this very easy. Of course, immediate Super Saiyan God Goku, which takes like no damage whatsoever. You also have Tapion, who's a very good option. You have actually a lot of units that can stun as well here. You have this Vegeta that can stun. I believe he has a high chance or a 50% chance to stun. Let's see. You have a high chance, so he has a 50% chance to stun. But you also have Goku as well here from the Cooler movie, if I can find him here. So yeah, this Goku has a 70% chance to stun, which is very good. And yeah, you have some very good LRs that hit very hard. Of course, you have the Gobros. You have this Bombku again, who's just really ridiculous. You have the 3th anniversary LR Goku and Vegeta, who are very good. I mean, guys, definitely don't have to sleep on these characters because these guys hit it so insane. Like at Rainbow status, especially level 10 links, they hit around close to 4 billion easily with support. So again, this is not that bad here. So I would put movie heroes like a B. But again, it all really depends what you have in your box again. So I probably would be saying that quite a lot, but movie heroes isn't that bad. Even though you have multiple enemies, having Jocko and especially using items, you can definitely easily beat the stage here, I want to say. So for that, I would actually put it as a B. But again, if you find this like a tier S, I wouldn't blame you, because this, again, it all depends what you have in your box here. So I'll comfortably put movie heroes as in B, just because again, Jocko is just a complete hack, right? So now we move on to, we have Universe 6, Universe 7, Final Trump Card, Goku's family, and Vegeta's family. Alright, so the way I put this out here, I'm pretty sure I would put Universe 6 as tier A. Even tier B, but again, Universe 6, this is Universe 6 here. So Universe 6, you actually have quite a lot of enemies here. So you have 12 enemies in total. This is either like the fine line between easy and hard. The reason why is because what actually makes this very easy, not only is like Khalifa like very good, but LR Kale and Khalifa are like ridiculous in this event here. So I mean, not a lot of people are going to have LR Kale and Khalifa, I believe, because they're still pretty hard to get. But this Tech Khalifa is very good. The only thing is that this category is very specific. I mean, it's very limited, as you guys can see. There's not that many options. But, I mean, if you have the options, you can easily put this like tier D, right? Or even tier C. Because again, Tech Khalifa and LR Kale Khalifa are just ridiculous. Kevla isn't the greatest in the stage here because she is kind of high maintenance, and I'm not a big fan of it. But I mean, a lot of people are not going to have Kefla as their leader here, or even hits. So again, this could be really easy or very hard for you, depending if you have all these units here. But I mean, there are good free-to-play options here. Like this Vados is basically the same as this Vados, but she does not buff as many categories, and she does not seal, but she still lowers attack, and she does have a 50% chance to dodge enemies' attack here. So I mean, Vados is there as an option. You do have this free-to-play Khalifa Super Saiyan 2. Yeah, Super Saiyan 2, who's a fantastic unit at dodging as well. So definitely doing this with items, you can definitely get away with it. You also have here, where's hits? Where's physical hits? I know hit is here somewhere. Yeah, you have this hit here. Does he not awaken? I'm pretty sure he awakens here. Oh, he does not. Okay, I mean, you could use hit here. Well, he's not the greatest, but I mean, he could stun, and he could also dodge a medium. He has a medium chance of dodging here. But you have some very good free-to-play options. Of course, this is not a free-to-play character, but I mean, Kale is just so ridiculous. Like both Kales, like this Kale and this Kale right here, they're like OP, like disgusting in this event here. So I would say this is very easy or very difficult depending if you have the cards or not. But I feel like most people are at least gonna have the AGL Khalifa and the physical Kale, as well as the STR Kale and the Tech Khalifa, because they're almost on every single banner you summon on. So I mean, if you have LR Kale and Khalifa, you just completely blast this event here. Even though there's a lot of enemies, listen, they go out like flies, like easy, easy, easy. So I don't know, I would say this is probably an A. But again, if, like for me, I would honestly, because of my box, I would probably put this like a almost like a D here. But I'll just put it as a C just in case. Because Beerus and Whis do hit pretty hard, but they're not that hard, right? So I would put them probably tier C. In my opinion, but I mean for the general, I'd probably put this as an A because again, you definitely need, you definitely need to have either Kefla or Hit as your leader, for it to be super easy. So, I mean again, a lot of people are probably not gonna have these units here just because as a community, each time there's a new banner, most of us will tell you to skip the banner because to save your stones for like the anniversary or celebrations. Because again, these units here, they don't really impact the game here, right? So that's going to be for Universe 6 here. Now we have here Reps of Universe 7. So again, Reps of Universe 7 is the exact same thing as Universe 6, but I will say it is harder just because it's so limited, right? So if we actually go to Reps of Universe 7, we have 9 enemies in total. They don't hit that hard. Bergamo, of course, Rosie and Jiren are the hardest hitting units in this game here as enemies, but they don't hit that hard. And if we actually look at Reps of Universe 7, it's actually one of the smallest category, right? So, I mean, if you don't have LR Goku and Frieza, I mean, you still have options. You have Krillin here, but I mean, again, it's very limited. There's actually not that many free-to-play characters. I mean, you do have this Android 17. Actually, not this one. Where's Android 17 here? I'm pretty sure there's a free-to-play Android 17. Oh yeah, here he is, the Int one, right? I mean, he's good, but he's not wow. You also have AGL. What's your face? 18, but again, you wouldn't really run a full free-to-play team here. Like, you can barely run a free-to-play team for Universe 7. So I would put this like a tier A, just because, again, it depends if you have this card or not, right? So if you have every single card, I would say this is definitely like a C. Hands down a C, because, I mean, LRUI Goku, even though I kind of hate him, in his moments, he becomes like a godlike unit. LR Goku and Frieza hit like a freaking train. LR Vegeta and Goku are like just insanely busted as well. You have Kaioken and Goku where you can just spam his active skill with the LR Goku and Vegeta. You have the Skinny Boo who's just completely ridiculous. I mean, yeah, and you also have Android 17 who's also a very good unit to have because he's like technically the only support type unit in the game. Well, in the category, sorry. So, yeah, I mean, if you have every single card, this is definitely one of the easier stages, but if you don't have every card, this could be very challenging. So I will say this is going to be a tier A here. So now we have your final trump card. Oops. Goku's family and Vegeta's family. So now we have final trump card. Final trump card, I would say, is definitely borderline tier S or A, depending how you want to see it here. But I would put it in the middle here because final trump card, listen, that's I mean, you don't have that many enemies, but I mean, the first stage you have to worry about a lot of super attacks, and the leaders for the final trump card take way too much damage. Like, they take 100k just from normals, so if they get supered, you're pretty much GG. So the final trump card, I mean, the category is fantastic, but here's a problem. It's not really free to play. Like, recently we got some new updates. Like, we have here the AGL Vegito, we have Candy Vegito, which are a very good option. You have here Frieza, but I'm not sure if Frieza is very good for this type of run. You have this Goku as well here, who's actually the secondary leader for final trump card, but again, he's not the greatest. But yeah, final trump card, you barely have any free-to-play players, I mean, units here. You have this Gogeta, but Gogeta is just, no. Like, I wouldn't fuck with, I'm sorry, I wouldn't mess with Vegeta, I mean, Gogeta here in your team, so. I mean, the category is very good, but it's very heavily, like, pay-to-play. We also have this recent LR Goku, the Tech Goku, who's, like, he's good, but you have to put him in the first spot, but he could get you punished, so you definitely have to use items if you put him in the first spot, in my opinion. Just because his defense in the beginning, like, you have units in this category, right? So where's actually, yeah, we have Zamasu and you have Turles. Like, you put Goku in front, the LR Tech Goku, and you're getting cream pie. Like, I don't care what you say, you are getting smoked. So final trump card, I would say borderline. Like, if you don't have these units here, you're gonna have a hard time completing it. So I would put this like in between S and A as a tier, just because, like, it's pretty difficult, I want to say. like, yeah, it's pretty difficult. So, I mean, of course, if you have the LR Goku and Vegeta from the Worldwide Celebration, it's a complete joke. But if you don't have them, and you actually have here the Vegeta or Gogeta, this could be difficult. This could be definitely difficult. So, I would definitely say it's probably in the middle of a tier S and tier A. But I'm actually gonna change my mind, put this as a tier S here. Yeah, I would put it as a tier S, because the one thing that actually makes this very, very simple is actually this LR Goku and Vegeta, the Worldwide Celebration. If you don't have them, listen, the first stage you can like instantly die. So yeah, I'm comfortable at saying that this is going to be a tier S, because again, if you don't have these units here, yeah, it's pretty difficult. But actually for now, let's just actually put in tier A so we have room. Actually, if I do this here, okay, that's actually fine. Let's put you back here. So now we have the final two ones here. So now we have Goku's family and Vegeta's family. Now I want to say Goku's family, you can actually put it as a tier C, because there's just so many options. But here's the problem, right? There's so many options, but these units hit so goddamn hard. Like, forget Kid Vegeta, Trunks, and Kid Trunks. They don't hit that hard, but I mean, they still do decent damage here. But King Vegeta and Vegeta, listen, they got like rocket launchers. I don't know, man. Even with items, you still take like 100k type disadvantage, which is like insane. So Goku's family, like, let's look at the roster here. Goku's family can make a very good team, because there's very good candidates, right? Like, even as free to play, there's still very good cards. So you have, of course, this exchange Goku and Gohan. You have this LR Gohan, right, who got his easy A. So all you have to do is have a Goku on the same rotation, and then he has his damage reduction. So he's very, very good. What else do we have here as free to play? Free to play, let's see, that's very good here. There's actually not that many options, surprisingly. Am I going crazy? Oh wait, you have Gohan here, never mind. You have Gohan, who's very, very good. Again, LRB Pan. Is there no one else? I thought we had more options here. Let me just see here. Free to play. No one, really. Okay, well, I mean, maybe I'm going through this very, very quickly, but I mean, you still have a lot of good free to play options. Right now, I just can't see them. But as far as LRs, like, already this LR Gohan is a game changer. What's also very good about this stage, though, which actually makes it a bit easier, is that you're only facing 2 enemies. So 2 enemies in Super Battle is not that difficult to deal with. You just need some RNG on your side, because you can easily seal or stun the enemy, and that is just a complete game changer. Mostly stunning compared to sealing, because stunning you take no damage. But yeah, I mean, listen, if these guys hit you, like, you take like way too much damage here. Like, even Gohan, right? I decided not to use Ultimate Gohan, the tech one right here, in my no item run, because he takes way too much damage. And on top of that, he's a tech unit, and there's like two int enemies that take forever to kill. So I decided not to use him, just because he even gets clipped. Even with super attacks, you take way too much damage. So the Goku's family is low-key. It should be easy technically, because there's so many options, but it's actually one of the most difficult stages, I want to say here, even with items. So I would definitely put Goku's family, if I can find it here. There we go. I would put it definitely a tier S as in difficulty, because this stuff, whew, it is not a joke, man. These guys hit so goddamn hard, it's just insane. So of course we have the last category, which is going to be the Vegeta'S family. The Vegeta'S family, definitely, I would say, in my opinion, right, is the hardest stage for Super Battle Road. Just because, like, again, Goku in the stage here hits so goddamn hard, and he has so much HP, like, it's very, very scary. And on top of that, Vegeta'S family, like, if you don't have this LR Super Saiyan 4, you're gonna have a very hard time completing the stage, because he's like the best leader. And on top of that, the one thing about this Vegeta, the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, he does need to get his 18 key super, not a 12 key super, but an 18 key super for him to tank, because that's where he raises his defense. So if you don't get your 18 key with this Vegeta, you are so, like, you're screwed. Like, there's like, you have to use an item, or else you take way too much damage with this Vegeta. So Goku's family, Vegeta's family, definitely one of the hardest ones. Also, there's not that many options that's free to play compared to Goku. I mean, you do have these options here. You have this exchange Trunks and Vegeta, who's a free to play leader. You have these options here as well for the LRs. You have LR Trunks, you have LR Vegeta. But again, it's not that many free-to-play options, right, that are really consistent compared to Goku's family. But again, one of the most important cards to have during this run is actually the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, because he's just really, really good. Of course, you have the crossover units as well, who are very, very good as well. Like, I feel like they're a must-have. Oops. Sorry about that. So, yeah, I would say, like, this right here, if you don't have, like, most of these units who are not free-to-play, especially the LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, this could be probably one of the hardest ones to do, in my opinion. Alright, so that's going to be a video, my boys. Let me know if you guys agree, if you guys disagree. Again, this is not an official list, this is my list, my opinion, on the 10 stages of Global for Super Battle in terms of difficulty. I feel good about the list. But again, let me know your experience. Did you complete all the stages? Did you try to complete one stage with no item runs? What was the stage that you actually tried to do 20 times in order to get your free LR copy of the LR Gohan and Goku? So yeah, that's gonna be the video for today. And again, I'll say thank you for watching. Also, if you guys haven't subbed to the channel, hit that like button, sub for more videos, comment down below, and then hopefully I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.